Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Steve's Learning Note, and we are still in Python playlist learning Python in 100 days. So right now we are in day 30, and in this day we will learn about try and accept in Python. So it's kind of like Python mechanism to try to catch the error from our code. And in this first exercise we have function makepy that accept index as its parameter, right? And what it does is get the fruit from the fruit list of the given index and then print the fruit name, so it can be apple, pear, or orange, and then concatenate it with pie. So for instance, if I pass in index 0, so it will print apple pie. But here makepy 3 will trigger an error, right? So I can show it to you. Look at that. It triggered an index error with message list index out of range because 3 is greater than 2. 2 is the maximum index of the fruit list. So remember, fruit list, a list start with index 0, right? So 0, 1, 2. So the maximum index can be accepted by the function is 2. Now, here what we need to do. We need to catch the exception and make sure the code runs without crashing. Okay, so if we are going to solve the problem with the exceptions way, what we can do is using try keyword here, right? So try keyword will like, hey, I'm going to try execute whatever code is in this block code. All right, now there is another keyword that we need to use is the accept keyword, right? So accept keyword will be executed if code in try trigger an error, right? So if the code in try code block trigger an error, what we are going to do? So now in this case we are going to do print just a pie, right? So if you want to make a pie with index greater than it should be, so we don't have fruit for you, so it's just a pie without a fruit. Okay, now if this code block try execute successfully, then we are going to print this one, right? So we can use else keyword here, right? So else will be executed if this code block inside try is successful, right? We can try to run that. Now there is no error, right? It's not crashing our applications. Instead, now it's printed just a pie. So if you check that the accept is having a yellow highlights, right? Yellow what's this? Yeah, yellow highlights. Okay, means that it's too broad exception, right? So because we actually can make it more specific, to some exception that we want to give treatment to. in this case we want to give this exception for index error, right? So if index error that triggered in this line occurs, we'll try to catch that, right, with this if except index error. So if except index error, right, if this code block trigger an index error, we are going to print just a pipe, right? So if we are giving it index 2, it should work just like that, orange white, right? So we have 3 keywords: try, accept, and else. Halo, wilujeng enjing. Ayeuna aya di exercise latihannya nu kadua. So tina latihan nu kadua ieu teh abdi boga listnya carana Facebook post. Ya. Tina list ieu teh aya dictionaries, ya, kamus. Nah, dictionaries teh boga ieu nya keyword nu beda-bedanya tina hiji ku hiji lainna gitu. So aya likes, aya comments, aya likes, aya comments, ya. Terus teh aya shares, aya like, aya comment, shares, ya. Comment, share, like, comments. Kawas gitunya. Terus teh boga variabel total like 3 kieu. Total like value na kosong, ya. Nah, ieu aya looping Facebook post. Nah, total likes na ditambahkeun integernya angka ya. Total likes ditambahkeun ku si post likes. Nu ieu nya post likes. Nah, terakhir teh kita print total likes na. Namun kurang jalankeun ieu nya, urungkeun ieu si aplikasina. Nah, aya error key error likes. Kunaon? Kunaon? Nah, mun ditingali nya. Tah, si key likes teh nggak semuanya aya. Ya. Nu teu semua aya boga si likes-nya. Teu semua. TKB boga si key likes. Ya, aya 2 dictionaries nu teu aya. Mantakna pas looping ka dieu nya eueuh ieu si likes-na. Nah, jadi error kawas kieu. Nah, cara bener kena kumaha ieu? Make try exception. Ya. Make try exception namun postna eueuh like nya geus di skip we kitunya ulah ditambahkeun. So kieu we atunya try, pakai keyword try. Kumaha nya kawas kieu jiga nanya. Tah di try ya, exception accept nya, accept naon key errornya, key error. Lamun error nyanggeus continue sekitunya. So print deui 8 genep kawas gitu 8 genep. 21 tambah 13 ya, 34 tambah 33 genep 7 nya, genep 7 tambah 19 61786 nya. Nah kawas gitu ya, ieu exercise K2 nya, make try except kawas kieu. Hello guys, let's continue our exercise, and we are now in the third exercise, still in day 30. And if you remember in our, I think, yeah, day 26, yeah, we have created a Nato phonetic applications. If you guys remember that, something that can translate an alphabet into a Nato phonetic, right? Like not A, like A become alpha, E become echo, and so on and so forth. Let me show you if you don't remember that. So something like this. So we can input a word, for example my name, and it can translate into Nato phonetic. So my name Steve becomes Sierra Tango Echo Victor and Echo, right? So you guys can see the video on day 26. Link I will give it to you above, yeah, somewhere above. Now we have a problem in these applications. The problem is if we put not a word, right? For example, a number like this, it gives us key error, right? It's because that here, if you see that we try to find a word, right, in letter, right? So the letter, wait, let me read that. So this is a 4-letter in word. Alright, what is word? This one. Okay, so I'm trying to find a word in the letter. Yes, and wait, I see. And I try to get the letter in this, in this dictionaries, right? In Nato phonetic dictionaries, and Nato phonetic dictionaries contain the key itself. It's basically the letter, right? The letter. So this one, guys. Wait, oops. This one, right? The letter A, B, C, D, right? And it should be alphabet, right? So if we insert a number, the key is not there, right? It's only alphabet from A to Z. So we want to improve our code with try and catch, so that if user input other than a word, or in this case it's not there, in the dictionaries, we can ask them to like give the correct input, right? And the correct input should be only alphabet. We try and catch, so we can do that, I think, in here. I don't know how. How we can approach that? So if you do like that, it's only run once, not continuously. So we want to have some while loop here that says give me this loop will execute it if the word not accessed. So wow, can I do like that? no. So is correct input, right? Is correct input, let's say set to false, right? And while not is correct input, so we try here, right? And we'll catch the exception of key error, and then oh, it's not there, key error. And then if you know, if error, then we will say please insert only alphabet, right? Else I'm going to print this, right, and accept. So I can set it to true, right? Let's try to execute this. Put a word, let's try my name. Okay, it's finished, correct. And if we try 1 2 3, oh, what's that? What is that? Oh, oh, yes. So we need to. Alright, we need to ask for another input here. Yep. So let's try 1 2 3. Please insert only alphabet. It will be repeated until we insert the correct one, like that. Cool. Now, what if you want to pass in the user input, you know, and in your error message, right? You want to give more detail in your error message. You can actually do that with as keyword, right? As error. So error here will contain error that catch by the exception, the key error, right? You can say please insert only alphabet, right? And then you can delete as error, right? For instance, 1 2 3, right? Please insert only alphabet and then 1, right? Because key 1 is not there. Okay, that's the third exercise, and I think we don't need this, right? Just like that is fine. Yo guys, welcome back again. Now in the next exercise number 4, we are going to take a look back at our program in the previous day, which is the password manager one. Still remember that? So if not, then I will attach the link so you can check that first and then come back again to this video, right? Now in the password generator apps, we save the data into CSV, right? Into these files, right? Now we are going to change that into JSON format. Okay, why? Well, that's the tutor said that we need to change that for this exercise, right? So anyway, we're going to learn about JSON in Python anyway. So how to do that? So let me check that. So if I'm remember correctly, let's remove the pandas, right? We don't need anymore. We're going to import JSON package. Now here, right? So JSON package have a method of json.dump, right? So what it does is it will dump an object into a file. So basically like that, right? Wow, there's a lot of things going on here. So let's try that. Yeah, so it uses also dictionaries, right? So the key will be the website, I think. Yes, we are going to use the website as the key, right? And then the data inside we'll use username and password. Wait a minute. No. It should be username, right? JSON is the key value, right? Yeah. So password, right? Password. Boom. Boom. Right. So we dump it here. Right, and then into a file path. So let's try with open the file that we are going to save to, right, data.json as file. We are going to dump that into the file, right? Like that. So going to do that. Okay. Oh, why is showing? Okay. So now we have modified our code. So it will dump the file of JSON into JSON data, right? Mode is right. So let's try that. Hopefully this works. If not, I'm sorry, right? Oops. So again, let's do this. Okay, let's try to save some data here. steve@gmail.com and password is generate1. And you want to save the password? Okay, password save. Right, let's minimize this. So it will create it. It will be created data JSON, right? And inside you can see that this is our JSON data, right? So like this. So the key is the website, and then inside has username and password. right? And also we can do a little bit of formatting here. For instance, if we want to make our JSON data more readable, we can use I think, wait, yeah, indent, right? So we can use indent to whatever space that we want to use, for example 2 or 4, right? Let's try to run that. And we save again. Example, what is that, youtube.com maybe, right? Username will be steve@com and generate password save, right? Save there. Okay, so in here, look at that, right? Now it's indented and we can see more clearly, right? But in the real situation, probably we don't want to do this, right? Because it's add more space and the file size getting more bytes in there. It's not correct. But anyway, the option is there and we can use that, right? But if you notice that the previous data that we already have here, it's gone, right? Because here we are writing to the file which means that W is for writing, it's truncating the file if it already exists. So the file will be truncated first. Okay, so how we can fix this, right? So we can open the file here with the report, right? And what we can do is say that we want to get the existing data, with this, with load, right? And then we pass in the file, right? So what it does is it will get the data that inside the data.jsons into something, right? Let's say existing JSON, right? We can print that if we want, right? Let's comment this first. Right, let's try our code. Where's that? All right, there you go. Right, email username, password, and save. Okay. Now our existing data, it's printed, right? It's loaded into this variable call, and this variable is also dictionaries. So next thing, after we have the data, we want to update the new data here, right, with the existing one. So what we can do is tap in this variable and access update functions, and then we can pass in the JSON data here, just like that. And after that, comment this out and we dump the new data, right, the existing JSON, right? So let's try. close it and run it. We have website 123.com. Username is abbcc, generate, and save. Yes. Okay. So check the data.json. There you go. Our new entry is there, appended in the next one, right? So simple. But there's a catch in this program, which is if we don't have the data.json, right? We remove this. For example, this program start in the first time we don't have the data.json. What happened? So we try to run the application again. aabb.com, type generate password, save. Okay, see that it throws an error of file not found error, right? Of such file or directory of data.json. So how we can handle this? Of course, with try and catch, right? So if we cannot open the file for read, then we want to create the file, right? For write. So let's try. Well, we can try like this maybe. Right, and then accept if it's failed as the what's that? File not found error. Right, accept file not found error. We're going to create a new one, right, with W. Okay, yeah, we can remove this one. Then there is another keyword. Will stop being used. Wait. Oh, it's being used. So there's another keyword is finally, right? Finally. So every code that is in this code block finally, regardless the try is successful or not, it will be executed. So we can do file.close here, right? Close the file. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's try that again. Okay, generate password. So now we don't have the data.json, right? Save it. Okay. All right. We encounter with another error. What's that? IO and support operations. from this one. Wow. Why? Okay, let me check the code first. It defaults to R, which means open for reading, W for writing, creating and writing. So I believe we can use, if I remember, R plus. Or maybe not open, probably create. I don't know if there is such a function. X for creating and writing to another file. Creating and writing. Let's try with X. Oh, it's the JSON is there, but we have error unbound local error local variable existing JSON reference before assignment. Existing JSON before assignment. This one. Try this. I see. Sorry. Wait. So if we try this and error, we will do that. And we do this. Right. So we move the loading and the final queue. Will that work? Okay, let's try that. Oh, it's not working. Except value line for. Oh. Okay, file. Wait, I think we have a wrong way here, guys. Alright. So I think if this failing, right, it means that the data is not there. Then we create one with that in mind, and then I think we can do this. So if file not found, just create that and then dump the JSON data, right? Else so we can remove this one. Oh no, we cannot remove that one. Else we load the file and then this should be moved here, right? So we load it and then update the JSON and then write again to the dot. Oh, it looks complicated, the code. Don't like it. So let's try to save it first. Okay, password is saved. It should be here. Right, there you go. And then try again. I can't close this. I cannot close that. Save again. Close. Okay. So it should be updated. There you go. Right, now it works. But so I don't like it. I don't like it looks. Can we fix that? Well, we can try. Maybe this way also acceptable. We do this. And then else. But it also works, right? So try open the file and then load the file. Yeah, into JSON. Right, but here we only catch the file not found error. But this also will work. Okay, let's do the file test there. Right, that's remove the data JSON. Remove that and try to save some password there. Alright, it should be there. Wait, it should be updated. Alright, there you are. Now let's, yeah, I know. Okay, again, and yes. Okay, saved and should be updated. Yep, alright. Okay, last but not least, kita akan lanjut ya, dan akhirnya saya pakai bahasa Indonesia lagi. Kita akan tambahkan satu fitur baru, yaitu search ya, dimana kita bisa cari website apa yang sudah kita save di dalam file data.json ini. Nah, untuk itu kita mau tambahin dulu si button search-nya. Itu di sini ya. Nah, di sini. Oke. Jadi layoutnya mirip kayak label password. Kayak label password. Oke. So, si input website ini ya, grid-nya di row 1, betul. Row-nya 0, betul. Text-nya website, betul. Entry-nya tapi width-nya nggak 35 lagi ya, jadi 21. Oke. Gitu ya. Terus input website grid-nya juga kolom span-nya, sebentar aku nyontek dulu ya. Oh, ini nggak pakai lagi ya, karena kolom ketiganya mau kita isi sama a button ya. Nah, button ini kita copy aja dari sini. Oke, kita kasih nama search button ya. Search button itu adalah ketika enter button, kita kasih aja labelnya search gitu ya. komennya adalah search. Nah, ini belum ada ya. Search website ya, boleh. Nah, search button grid-nya dia di row 1, kolom ke-2. So, kita execute dulu. Oh, nggak bisa ya, search website-nya belum kita bikin. Function-nya ada di sini ya, def search function-nya. Kita lihat dulu. Nah, ini ya. Nah, buttonnya mau kita kasih width dulu. Ya. Button search-nya, kalau password ini ada width-nya nggak ya? Oh, nggak ada ya. Search button ini mau kita kasih width. Width-nya berapa belum tahu ya. Kita coba aja. Kalau kasih 10, oke, kita coba kasih mungkin 18. Kita matiin dulu, running lagi. Oke, kelebihan kasih 15, coba matiin. Oke, masih kegedean 13. Oke ya, 13 oke lah. Oke, tombol search. Nah, ini kalau diklik belum apa-apa ya. Nah, kita akan ambil dulu si websitenya ya, website yang mau dicari. Nah, pakai website sama dengan input website.get ya. Input website itu dari si input box website ya. Pakai function get, kita dapat websitenya apa. Nah, lanjut kita open si filenya ya, yang ini ya. Oke, kita open with. Nah, kita open ya, kita try dulu. Tuh gitu ya, kita coba untuk open as file, terus kita bilang aja data itu adalah JSON load dari si file. Oke, ada file closing-nya di sini. Oh, ini nggak usah. Kayak gini ya, try, accept data not apa ya tadi ya, not found, file not found. Kalau accept file not found, kita akan prompt ya, message box. Oke. Error no data ya. Oke. No data, terus kita bisa return. Nah, else kalau misalnya filenya ada, kan ini dictionary ya, teman-teman. Kita bisa try lagi. Oke, try apa? Kita bisa try website data adalah si data, ingat ini dictionary ya. Website data sama dengan data yang key-nya adalah si website. Oke. Nah, ini bisa error. Accept. Errornya adalah key error ya. Gitu. Nah, kalau key error, kita bisa bilang aja no data ya. Gitu. Else, kalau misalnya datanya, kita bisa tampilin datanya ya, kayak yang
ini kita copy aja ya, kayak gitu. Data message, websitenya adalah website. Bentar, ini di mana website datanya? Oke, websitenya ada website, ininya adalah website data username, yang ini ya, kemudian password. Terus terakhir kita masukin ke sini. Nah, mungkin message box-nya bukan ask OK cancel ya, tapi kita bisa jadi show info kali ya. Show info. Oke, kita coba run. Nah, kalau kita search, no data ya, kosong soalnya. Nah, kita coba search, kita masukin 1212 search. Nah, websitenya muncul ya, username-nya betul ya. Oke, kita masukin yang nggak ada, no data ya, keren. Oke gitu. Kalau file, wah, kepencet. Kalau data JSON-nya saya ilangin, oke, saya ilangin ya. Saya run, saya search, oke, nggak, no data ya. Sip. Coba kita isi dulu. Oke. Yep. Nah, gitu ya. Nah, ini kalau dilihat sebenarnya kita ngelakuin apa ya, exception-nya mirip nih, yang ini sama ini ya. Nah, kita bisa satuin nih. Oke, caranya gimana? Yang ini kita bisa pindahin ke atas. Kayak gitu. Ya, jadi baca data, masukin datanya, terus akses datanya. Oke. Nah, berarti error-nya tuh bisa dua gitu. Bisa yang ini atau yang ini, betul nggak? Nah, else-nya berarti tinggal sisa yang kasih muncul box confirmation-nya aja kan. Kalau saya gitu. Nah, karena logic ini dan ini sama, kita bisa pakai koma nih di sini. Kalau nggak salah sih gini ya, betul nggak? Nah, pakai tuples. Kayak gitu. Ya, karena handling exception-nya sama nih. Gitu, coba kita run. Kalau kita search, mau data, kita search asal, mau data. Kalau kita search pakai data yang ada, oke, search ya, Nah, ada. Kayak gitu. Ada lagi nggak ya bisa diimprove? Coba. Kalau misalnya filenya ada, tapi isinya nggak ada, bisa nggak ya? Ayo. Search. Nah, nggak bisa ya. Dia muncul error yang belum kita exception lagi. Belum kita handle. Kalau kita save data ke dalam bisa nggak? Sama ya, nggak bisa ya. Jadi kalau kasusnya filenya ada tapi kosong, itu nggak bisa di save. Jadi kita harus masukin exception ini juga. Nah, mungkin yang ini approach-nya sama ya, yang search pakai JSON.decoder.json decoder ya. Nah, ini harus kita import dulu nih. Gitu. JSON decoder yang harus kita import dulu. Coba kita execute lagi. Search. Udah data ya, udah ke handle sekarang. Oke. Nah, kalau di sini ketemu JSON decoder error, kita masukin sini aja ya. JSON decoder. Oke, ini ya. Kita langsung rewrite aja filenya satu file gitu kan. Oke, no data. Sekarang harusnya sudah ke handle dan bisa ke save. Yep, udah ke save ya. Yep, dia muncul. Kayak gitu. Sip.
Terima kasih sudah menyaksikan video ini. Jangan lupa subscribe dan aktifkan loncengnya untuk mendapatkan informasi video terbaru. Sampai jumpa.